It's a problem you might be dealing with right now. You keep trying, but you can't book an appointment to see a doctor. And if you get an appointment, there's probably a long wait. WVTM 13 Scott Carpenter explains the family doctor shortage in Alabama and what you can do to get the care you need.
You can ask anybody walking by and they'll say getting a family doctor is no walk in the park. Have you had any troubles getting a family doctor?
We have.
From struggles finding a doctor taking new patients.
It took about 6 weeks to get established, I think, and I have 4 kids.
I think it took a couple months to get in.
To wait times.
The last one was her annual checkup, and it was going to be like 3 months for a doctor we're already at.
Getting the care you need is tough, and it could get a lot tougher. Dr. Hernando Carter with the Medical Association of the state of Alabama says we need 600 more family doctors in the state by 2030.
If we don't have those 600 primary care providers, we are going to be in big trouble.
So how did we end up in this dire need for doctors? Dr. Carter says there are 3 main reasons. 1, Alabama has one of the lowest insurance reimbursement rates for doctors, digging into their bottom line. He also says there's too much red tape on administrative work, making for long days, taking away time doctors can spend with their patients. Plus, record high medical malpractice payments. Carter says doctors have to deal with all this while their salaries remain flat.
It's causing physicians to say, I don't want to practice in this environment. And so they're leaving, they're retiring early, they're changing to other professions, not what we need in Alabama.
To make matters worse, neighboring states are trying to fix their doctor shortage by recruiting doctors from our state.
We're losing providers, from Texas to Georgia to Tennessee.
Something Heather Prettyman has dealt with firsthand.
2 different times we had a pediatrician we liked in the same practice, and they just kept moving to another state.
Others decide to stay in Alabama and start a concierge practice, taking fewer patients who pay a subscription fee.
It allows these physicians to have more time to spend with their patients and focus on their care the way they want to. It reduces administrative burden, but it does not supply what we need in Alabama, which is more physicians with their doors open to take care of our citizens.
The problem is even worse in rural Alabama, but here in Bibb County, the work of one organization is changing the course of medical care for people living here.
The shortage of family medicine physicians in the state has been kind of a slow burn over the last several decades.
Dr. John Waits is a family doctor and CEO of Cahaba Medical Care. He's been practicing in Centerville for more than 20 years. In 2004, he noticed a big issue.
We needed our training programs to work in outpatient and rural areas.
The typical route to become a family doctor is 4 years of undergrad, 4 years of med school, and a 3-year residency. Dr. Waite says in those 3 years, doctors in training spend very little time in rural health care. So in 2012, he started the Cahaba UAB Family Medicine Residency, where nearly the entire residency is spent in rural areas.
In addition to hopefully us showing them a good experience and good training, I think the critical variable is the 3 years, not 3 weeks. They end the training program with, I can do this.
And it has proven results. Bibb County no longer has a doctor shortage, partially because of those currently in the residency program.
Physicians in training see patients. And so there's a workforce shortage reduction that happens just from having the training program.
And they stick around. 28% of their alums work in rural areas, blowing away the national average of 5%. 76% go on to work in underserved areas, beating the national average of 25%. The program has expanded to Perry and Wilcox counties. Dr. Waits believes other counties can do this too.
What we're doing takes a ton of work, a lot of elbow grease and, every other metaphor you can think of, but it's something that can be done.
While there are a ton of challenges getting a family doctor right now, Dr. Carter says the key is in finding one, and it's all downhill from there.
When you're able to find a primary care doctor and you become a part of that practice, they're going to take care of you.
So here's what you can do right now to find a family doctor. Start by talking to family, friends, and coworkers to see if their doctor is taking new patients. Then check your insurance provider to see who is recommended in network. You can also check the list of medical practices at the Medical Association of the State of Alabama website. You can also check County Medical Society websites as well. Now, if you're in an underserved community, this is important. Be open to taking a longer drive to see a doctor and expand that search. Scott Carpenter, WVTM 13.